Hello again. This is Nick Jankowski, and I'm sharing a third set of slides about the readings and resources and procedures for the seminar New Media and Society. I'll try now to switch to the slides. As with most graduate level seminars, the literature in the course consists primarily of scholarly texts, mainly journal articles and book chapters. There is not a textbook, but there are preliminary chapters of drafts of chapters being prepared for such a book, scheduled for publication with Polity Press, and they will be made available during the course of the seminar on the course website. The syllabus for the course provides an overview of the readings and supplementary sources for each of the weekly meetings. There may be, however, changes in that schedule, and in such cases we'll, of course, announce them in due fashion, due time. Basically, there are three kinds of resources that will be addressed during the seminar: traditional scholarly literature, the journal articles and the chapters; popular and generalist literature, often from high-quality newspapers and magazines; and informal scholarly communication, sometimes found in blogs and some social media sites. This is an example, and I'll show a number of slides from some of the journals and other publications we'll be considering, and this one is from the granddaddy of the scholarly journals related to new media studies, First Monday. It's around 12 years old, and one of their new additions now are these kinds of illustrations with some of their articles. This one is almost as old, or maybe actually a little older, given the volume number. It's an online-only journal, also open access, published by Wiley. Quite unusual for Wiley to have an open access journal, but it does in this case, and in part because it's associated with the International Communication Association. But it's a very high-quality journal, and we'll consult it. Equally of equal quality is the Information Communication and Society title by Routledge. This is a cover of a recent issue, and I suppose what's interesting on this particular one is they've decided to put some materials on YouTube, and these are links to interviews by the authors of the respective articles. The journal that I know best and that we will draw from extensively during the seminar is New Media and Society, and this is a page from the online version of the journal. The online version is available to institutions with subscriptions, and there one can get the full text. One can settle for the abstract and the references if one wants. Something special, this is, in fact, is an advertisement up here for a social media site that Sage Publications has initiated, and we'll be examining that as well during the course of this semester. Repositories of materials are also very important, and the Social Science Research Network is perhaps the most important for our area of work. And this happens to be one that I composed with a colleague in Ljubljana, and we uploaded it relatively recently, even though the conference paper dates from far before that. The date, interestingly, of the paper is not included here. We'd have to look for that. This is another source of materials that we will occasionally consult, and you may, in fact, upload some of your own materials to it, called SlideShare, and this happens to be the text I used for a keynote presentation some time ago. Here's an example of one of the quality popular genres we'll be looking at, a newspaper, the New York Times, and there's a lot of material on WikiLeaks and its founder. This is one of the many articles, and as you may know, the New York Times editors have now published a book, and we'll be referring to that as well as a couple of the other books that have come out recently on WikiLeaks. A classic from 1945 by Vannevar Bush, as we may think, was very pioneering, and even though it's not of today, the ideas in it are still very much with us. It's still referred to in the literature, and we'll look at it. This one's not quite so old, October 2010, but it is about something of current interest: the value, the possibility, the potential, the place of social media within social change. And the argument of Malcolm Gladwell is that